On behalf of Christopher Barr, who's present to my left.
All right, and we're here for pretrial conference, possible disposition. If not, I'm setting the matter for trial since speedy hasn't been waived and runs July 20th.
That's correct, Your Honor. Your Honor, in case number 2024, CF 1030, Mr. Barr is authorized to withdraw his plea into a plea of not guilty and to plead guilty in the best interest to both counts 1 and 2 of unauthorized access, which both are third-degree felonies. In this case, it is not a negotiated plea, but a plea straight up to the court. Mr. Barr is entitled to a pre-sentence justification. We will be requesting that in this matter, Your Honor. Had opportunity to go over the plea form with Mr. Barr. He was given that stood up within, he assigned, I assigned, but tendered to the court at this time, Your Honor.
Please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
All right, Mr. Barr, I've been handed this 3-page document titled Plea of Guilty Without Negotiated Sentence. Have you had sufficient time to review this?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you read it yourself or was it read to you?
Both, Your Honor.
Can you read and write the English language?
Yes, Your Honor.
How far did you go in school?
I got a bachelor's degree.
On page 3 on the line where it says defendant, is that your signature?
Yes, Your Honor.
And does that mean you've read, understood, and agree with the contents of this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let me just return it for the state to sign. So is it your understanding, Mr. Barr, that today you are entering pleas of guilty to the 2 counts with which you're charged in case number 2024 CF 1030?
Yes, Your Honor.
And those are each a count of unauthorized access, which is a 3rd-degree felony punishable by a maximum of 5 years in prison. Are those the 2 crimes to which you're pleading guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
And it's your further understanding that you are entering these pleas without, as we've stated, a negotiated sentence with the state, but rather in what's called an open plea or a straight up plea to the court for me to decide the appropriate sentence in this case. Is that your understanding?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone told you what I would sentence you to in order to get you to plead guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
They have?
Oh, no. Sorry. No, ma'am.
Okay, you understand, as I sit here today, I don't know you, your history, your background. I don't know all the facts and details of this case, so I do not know what I would sentence you to. You understand that?
Sure.
So we're going to do 2 things. I'm going to order the preparation of a pre-sentence investigation report. That's a pretty lengthy, detailed report created by the Department of Corrections to assist the court in imposing a sentence. That's the first thing I'm going to do. And secondly, we're going to come back on another date for a sentencing hearing, at which time you and your attorney can present facts, evidence, or witnesses for my consideration. And likewise, the state can present facts, evidence, or witnesses for my consideration. And then I'll impose what I believe is the appropriate sentence under the facts and circumstances of this case, given your history and background. Do you understand that process?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And also, so that we're all on the same page, the state announced at arraignment that you score 4.4 points. Is that correct? His guideline?
Your Honor, he scores 4.7 points.
Okay. All right. Well, 4.7 points. So that means since you score points that the sentence can be anywhere from 0 up to the statutory maximum of 5 years for each of these counts. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
So I could sentence you to probation. I could sentence you to community control, and that's either with or without an electronic monitor. I could sentence you to Duval County Jail. I could sentence you to some form of incarceration followed by some form of supervision, probation, or community control, or any combination thereof. You understand all those possibilities?
Yes, Your Honor.
Of course, I would have to impose mandatory felony court costs, which in this case are $518. And yeah, those are, and the court could impose a fine as well. Those are all possibilities of your sentence. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
So has anyone promised you anything at all in order to get you to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone threatened you or coerced you in any way in order to get you to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty to both counts freely, willingly, and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you pleading guilty because you believe it's in your best interest to do so?
Yes, Your Honor.
As you stand before me, are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, medication, or any condition that prevents you from understanding what I'm saying or what's occurring in court?
No, ma'am.
Have you had sufficient time to discuss this case with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has he answered all your questions to your satisfaction?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there anything he's done or anything he's failed to do that would require more time for you to consider your case, your pleas, or any possible sentences?
No, Your Honor.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you are giving up certain constitutional rights, including your right to a jury trial, which would require the state to prove these charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt? Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're giving up the right to have an attorney assist you in trial, and if you couldn't afford one, one would be appointed to you. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're giving up the right to cross-examine witnesses called against you at trial or to present witnesses on your behalf at trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're giving up the right to remain silent and the right to appeal these judgments. And that means appealing the issue of your guilt or innocence or the sufficiency of the evidence. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Also, if you are not a U.S. citizen and you are convicted of any one of these crimes, you will be subject to deportation under our federal immigration laws. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And lastly, if in the past you have ever been convicted of a sex crime, do you understand that by being convicted of any one of these crimes, you may be subject to an involuntary civil commitment as a sexually violent predator under the Jimmy Rice Act? Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
State and defense, is there any DNA evidence in this case that would exonerate Mr. Barr?
No, no, to the state.
No, to the bench, Your Honor, we would stipulate to a factual basis on the first day.
Okay, I'll find there is a factual basis then for the entry of Mr. Barr's pleas of guilty to counts 1 and 2. And I'll further find his pleas have been entered freely, willingly, and voluntarily with a full understanding of the nature and consequences of doing so. So, Mr. Barr, I'm going to accept your pleas of guilty to counts 1 and 2. I will order the preparation of a PSI. So you'll need to meet with a probation officer behind you before you leave today. That report takes approximately 30 days to prepare, so we can pass the matter for sentencing, perhaps the week of June 17.
Your Honor, I'm available week of June 17, except for that Friday.
Okay. Well, we'll do it as a to be set on Monday, June 17. Of course, Wednesday's a holiday, so courthouse is closed anyway. So we're talking about potentially having it either Tuesday or Thursday afternoon then. But we'll put it on for June 17 for sentencing to be set.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.